Good morning, everyone. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you please type the number 1 in the chat box, in the comment section, to let me know that you can, I would greatly appreciate it. And as you do, keep in mind, everything we look at here today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see here, folks, make sure you follow along with the various social platforms. Subscribe here on YouTube, ring the bell, follow us on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. There's all different content that goes out on the various platforms. We had something we put out the other day, and we got a couple thousand views on that reel that we put out, which would be Instagram, just for that day. And it was a great little snippet of wow type information. So lots of ones in there. I appreciate all of you there giving me that thumbs up that you can hear me. Nothing worse than talking to myself, right? So with that, let's go ahead, jump right in. I want to start off with the futures. All right, so we have got a lot of candidates to get through today, so I'm going to rock on through these. So right now we're up about 2.5 points on the ES, so it's not a crazy move, but I'm happy with it. You know, we're getting a little bit of a climb today. YM, we're up about 1 point. That's it. We gave a bunch back in the last 45 minutes or so. When it comes to NASDAQ, NQ, we're up about 16. I bet a bunch of that is Tesla, which we'll talk about in a little bit. Then we look at the RUT. They're actually down 2.5. So they're down what the S&P is up right now. And they're still about 2.25. So Bitcoin, woo, baby, baby, baby. Boom, chakalaka. Listen, I hope you guys took advantage of when I talked about it, that 38,000 level. You know, if we got back to that 38, it was a place to enter. Hopefully you took advantage of that. And there's a lot of stuff happening with it right now. So looking good, baby, looking good. All right, Ethereum also, they're up about 232 points. I didn't give you a number on Bitcoin, but it was just the move. Bitcoin is up $2,855. Gold had been dropping all through the overnight session and went into this sideways pattern here from about 5 o'clock in the morning. We finally got a breakout here right at 8:15. What a move, too. We're still down, excuse me, we're still down about 13 points on gold. And then crude oil, I know there are many of you sitting at home going, whoo, okay, come on, baby, keep coming down. I know for so many, gas is becoming such a difficult process, you know. We talk about vacation, right, and going away, and then when I remember as money got tight, it went to staycation, where people were staying home after the 2008 crash, right, the housing debacle, and now we're at, okay, staycation, but I literally am going to stay home because I can't drive. My daughter looked yesterday in Montana, I think it was Montana, somewhere like that, not a very busy city, right, not like going to LA or New York City or something. It was $850 for a week to rent a car. $850. We're down about 5.5 points on crude, which puts us at 108, guys. So things are getting tight, man. They're getting tight, very tight. All right, so let's go take a look at the candidates from last week, from Friday. I'm going to ask you guys to drop your candidates in. What did you trade last week? Drop them in at this point. Listen, the whole idea of this is for all of us to get better. What did you do? What trades did you take? Good, bad, or indifferent? Doesn't matter. Drop them in. Funded, non-funded, it doesn't matter. Drop them in. This is not a discriminatory thing of, well, why didn't you do it with real money? If you're learning how to trade, this is the way to do it. If you're in a slump, this is the way to do it. So drop them in, all right? A lot of trades worked out last week, guys. Baidu worked out. GameStop worked out. JD worked out. Neo worked out. Telray worked out. I just took one of them. I took Telray. Was the only one I took. I actually had a class to teach Friday night, so I spent a lot of time on Friday during the day preparing for that evening class for Monster Market Movers. So let's go look at Telray. Let me bring up a chart. Oh, I never finished over here. Look at me, man. I don't believe that. I passed up on it. So let me enter Coinbase, Apple, and AMC. And let me go ahead and save it. At least I got it done, right? Okay, so we do have a list for today. But let's go look at Telray. All right, so here's Telray. So we got the gap up on Friday. And the note that I had written down for Telray was the federal government approval rumors, making it a federal law that marijuana is legalized. I was looking at a naked put above at a 20 delta, right? Or a bull put spread. And I was saying that was about the $7 put is what I would be looking for, right? Okay. I couldn't get the 7. We talked about 7.5, right? I couldn't get the 7, right? 7.5 put us right about this level here. That's what I was able to manage my way through on a naked put on Telray. I got 20 cents for it, and I bought it back later in the day for a penny. So out of the trade, not bad, considering on a $7.5 option. Where's my calculator? 7.5 times 0.25. I needed $1.87. So I needed so we do cash in, which was 0.2 divided by 1.87. It's 10.69. I paid a penny back, so it's 10%. Right? 10% for the day. I will take it all day long. Do not make the mistake of focusing on the dollar amount, folks. You do more contracts. 10% is 10%. It doesn't matter if you're trading Ford or Telray, as our example here, or if you're trading Amazon. 10% is 10%. It's just a matter of how much you put into the trade. All right. So let's see what you guys did here. Robert said stopped out on Facebook and QQQ calls, but took profit on SPX. Good job there, Robert. Alan, Facebook flop. What Google giveth Thursday, Google taketh away on Friday. So Paul said, Telray, why 20 delta? Thought you wanted 65 to 85. So Paul, listen, when we play baseball, we cross home plate, we get 8 points. With football, we kick a field goal, we get 3 points. We get across the end zone, we get 6 points for a touchdown, 1 point for an extra point. You got touchbacks and all that stuff, right? There are different trades, have different rules. As a buyer, Paul, we want 65 to 85 delta, but I sold to open a naked put. If I sold a naked put to open, I'm looking for about a 20 delta as a seller. All right, so that's the reasons behind it. So let me know if that helped, Paul. Frankie said PayPal stopped out with a 25% gain. Isn't that great, Paul? You get stopped out, and as soon as I read it, stopped out. I'm saying, all right, that one went against them with a 25% gain. Nice. Evelyn said only had first hour of Friday, lost 1.5% on SPY put scalp. Yeah, but Evelyn, aren't most of your trades? I mean, day in and day out, you're here saying made 2%, made 1%, made 3%. Right? Most of your trades are to the upside, are they not on SPY? You're welcome, Paul. Don and Chris, GameStop up $750, Baba up 130, $880. Nice job, Don and Chris. Excellent. Good. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at today's candidates. And we do have a bunch today. There's a lot of news out there today that we need to look at. So let me see. Come on, baby. I got a lot of watch lists and filters and stuff in here. Okay. So the very first one on our list today is Apple. So Apple, and I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually, I've got it right here. Apple right now, option chain, please. Apple is down $2.70 pre-market. They are cutting their next quarter's product rollout by 20%. I'm sure it has everything to do with getting their hands on the raw materials involved, right? So they're cutting 20%. They're down for the day. They're in a bullish bias right now. They're not true bull, but they're dang close to being true bull, right? So a little bit of caution on that. If they're sitting right now at 172, guess what? They're at support. If I am not interested right now in bearish on it, SPX is flat right now. SPY is down just a few pennies. Yeah, it's very little move, as you saw with ES. I would be cautious on this. I'm going to wait. But if you wanted to do a bearish trade, I would do it as a bear call spread above 176. But this news could blow over very quickly, so I would be very careful of it. All right, so AMC is next on the docket here. Let me make this narrower. We don't need it that big. Let's pull this over here. Let's make sure we've got our right zoom. Let's get rid of this. We don't need that bar for here. And let's see what's going on there. All right, so on AMC, and I am a big AMC fan. I like AMC as a trade. Low cost. We crush it on naked puts regularly. I would prefer to trade the AMC meme over GameStop over and over again. They're looking to strike more deals, transcending deals. I forget the word they use, but big deals that make shifts in their business. They did one for $27 million where they bought into some oil and gold. They're taking the profits the company has made on this crazy Reddit spike, and they are reinvesting it back in other places. So, which may be just an indication of, hey, it's very possible that that movie business is not going to be as good as it has been in the past. So we're up 14 cents right now at 20.38. So very little move. It was up a little bit more than that in pre-market. So I'm going to look at a naked put below 16. Right. So Paul, that would be the 20 delta. Is in an ideal world what I'm looking for. And ironically, I'm looking below that 16.45. So I'm going to say 16. Ironically, my $16 put has a 9 delta. 20 was the mid price, right? That's a premium. So you could go as high as 17.5, but I'm going to go with the 16 because of pattern. All right. So that's number 2. Beyond Meat. BYND. Beyond Meat got a downgrade. I don't remember who it was. Wasn't that important. Let's look at the entire fib and see what's going on there. Whew. All right. So we got a very old fib in there. All right. So let's see. All right. So I'm going to drag this back. Let's go ahead and redraw this puppy. I'm going to drag this back. We get fibbits of fibbits all the way down here in the -1 and the -618. Let's go over to template number 1. All right, so we got this move down here. This kind of yuck. I mean, there's just nothing in there. So we're going to identify it from this top. We just had a lot of little stair steps taking place in there. Lots of little stair steps. All right, that puts us at a much closer range. We're still probably going to have to split some levels in there. 23 to 49. Yeah, we're going to have to split in here. Still crazy. All right, so right now, Beyond Meat is down at 45.39. We're at 49. We're above 35. So what I'm looking at here is a bear call spread above 49. That's what we're looking at Beyond Meat. And folks, you know, if you caught the big picture, they just ain't doing well. $221, right? They hit the high over here after their, release. But, my wife, as an example, and my daughter have these apps on their phones that you scan the barcode and it tells you good or bad. And you scan stuff like this and it's like, oh, no, you don't bring this in the house. Questionable chemicals and stuff like that. So, and I'm not saying good, bad, or indifferent. You like it, eat it, you go for it. There's nothing wrong with that. There are still things that I eat that my wife says, oh, this is really bad. I know, but it's really good, right? So, but things like that these are starting to pop up of, yeah, it's a meat substitute, but if it's not any better for you than meat, just the sake of, for many, they're not worried about it from a vegan standpoint where we don't want to do no harm and all that stuff, right? Which we do try to consider things like that. But Beyond Meat, not looking good. Coinbase, COIN. So Coinbase right now, they're up. They're in the process of nearing a buyout deal, finalizing a deal on 2TM. I think it's a privately held company right now. If we go back over to template number 2, so look at our moving averages. They're sitting at 193.25 right now, so they're up above here. 193. All right, so we're looking at a bull put spread below 191. Actually, I'm going to look at 190. which we'd have to go to anyway because there are 250 increments on Coinbase on their spreads. And if you look at the 190s, and this is as of Friday's close, right? So things will change. 190, 187 half, you're looking at $1.40 of premium on that option, and we're at 193. So there's a lot of opportunity there. I mean, $1.40 out of 250, you're looking at $1.10 risk in the trade. And I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. It just is. Those are the numbers. But I do like it, right? As long as we get the continuation, I like it a lot. Deere, DE, got an upgrade from JP Morgan. Let's see. And I typed in the number 2 by mistake. All right, that's why. So Deere, they're up $5.88, almost $6 right now from an upgrade. Again, who's the upgrade? JP Morgan. Important, right? Very critical. Who's giving the upgrade? If it's a big name, you want to note that. So on Deere with the upgrade, if it puts them at 442. And look what's happened with these guys. They've come from 3.25 to 4.25 in 2 months, 2.5 months. Right? So let's see, 435 to 455 would be 20, so 19. We don't need to split a level in there. So, and if we're sitting at 42 up here, we're looking at a bull put spread below 435. I like it. KLAC, KLAC. Right, so KLAC was an upgrade by Goldman Sachs. Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, I saw lots of upgrades and some downgrades from both of them today. So, yeah. Let's go look at a little bit bigger picture. I'm going to take those out of the way. Let's see. We're going to draw a fib. Starting out where we had that clear directional shift. We've got a hiccup here at the 50 percentile. Those of you that know what that is, that's great. Guys, if you want to know more about the fib, Sean, can you drop that link in, if you would, please, to the free Fibonacci trading on tradinglikeaboss.com. So we're sitting right now at 373. So we're right at the midpoint. So I would be looking to do a bull put spread, and they're up $6.50. Bull put spread below 366. Actually, we can get away with 360. It wouldn't matter. 366 is fine. I was going to say 367, but we're at 250 increments, so it doesn't make a difference which one we use. All right, MCHP is our next one. They're down about 2.25 right now. They got a downgrade from Goldman Sachs. Right? Bias has been bullish. Not true bull, but bullish enough to take a bullish directional trade. And we're sitting right now at 75. So we're just below that level. I'm going to wait. I don't want to fight it, even though it's a major upgrade or downgrade from a Goldman Sachs. I just don't want to fight it in the overall pattern. All right. All right. So guys, go ahead and drop in. Go ahead and drop in the candidates you want me to look at, folks. I've only got 3 more left on my list. So drop those in if you would. Let me make sure I got all the questions taken care of here. Derek said, took a loss on AMD with a put for 0.76 cents. Learning from my mistakes. Good deal, Derek. Evelyn said, on paper, I always do really well. Still working on doing as well with real money. Thinking to go back to paper trading. Yeah, and Evelyn, it's a different mindset, right? It's real money. You worked real hard for it. That paper sometimes becomes real easy to stick it out, where not per se the way you would do that if you had real money in it. So Derek said, Rob, morning, Derek. What is the difference between a bullish bias and a true bull? So bullish right here, Derek, we're above the 8 moving average. We're above the highest moving average, whatever it is, right? A true bull puts them in the right order. The 8 is on top. So you go back here to November, 8 is on top, 21 is below, and the 55 is below that. All 3 in the right order. When they're kind of mixed up in there and twisted like they are now, we're bullish, but not true bull, which means I could take a directional trade, but I have to take it aggressive, meaning for me, the way we teach it in power option plays, 4 contracts maximum. Yeah, Ed said I used to drive to AMC. Yeah, I know. Now we watch them on TV. We don't bother going anymore to the movie theater. Feeding time. Oh, Alan, yuck. Okay. Beyond Meat. Soylent Green. Yeah. Evelyn said I'm vegetarian, eat vegan, eat Beyond Burgers all the time. LOL. Alan, that would be the Impossible Burger. Yeah, it's KFC nuggets, right, Alan? They're coming out with them as well now, right? All right, so you guys got a couple of symbols in there. Let's keep rocking on. We got Mo Altira, which is Philip Morris, right? But Altira, they call it now. They wanted to get away from the cigarette vibe. They're down 97 cents right now in pre-market. They got a downgrade today. Their overall bias is bullish. They're sitting right now at 52.65. They're right at the 8 moving average. I'm going to wait. Nothing excites me here. You know what does excite me? Tesla. They're up $55 in the pre-market trading, baby. What? What is going on with Tesla? Man, oh man, look at that move. So Tesla announced that they're going to ask the shareholders to authorize another stock split. They just did one not long ago to authorize another stock split. And Tesla's like doubled from where they split to. I don't know what level. I can't find that anywhere. I heard them also talk about it on CNBC briefly. They didn't mention level either, but they are looking at getting authorized shares for stock split again. For us in power option plays, that would be Amazon, Google, and Tesla, all with splits coming out, right? So they're up $55 on that news right now. Musk is also talking about starting a new business with his own social media platform to compete with Twitter, right? I think you're going to see some of these DWACs and which is Trump, right? President Trump, and some of these others like Musk is talking about. You get them by big names like this, you're going to see real competition go against these because there's a portion of the world that is much against the way these social media outlets decide to disseminate or not information. Okay. So we look at Tesla right now. It's at 1,066. So it blew through almost two fib levels. So here's what I'm going to do. Right. I'm going to look at two things. Bull put spread below 1103 or a long call, which probably would be on pivots. Now, the move is going to be too great, more than likely, for just normal pivot points. You're going to need a large gap calculation of it. I've got a special one that I've created to take advantage of big gaps like this. So we'll see, but I am definitely looking at intraday. You also, if you don't have the pivots, you want to look left. Look for historical patterns to the left that stocks have made moves to and bounced off of on an intraday basis. All right, so love me some Tesla, right? But it's one we trade in power option plays, so I'm very comfortable with them as a company. Right, last is XPEV. They're up 79 cents right now. They had earnings come out. Earnings were good, but here's the problem. 27.84 is the stock price. My 8 moving average is 27.68. We're sitting right there. So you know where I'm at? Back here. Position 1 in the chair. I can't reach the keyboard. I have no control to mess things up. I'm going to stay away from that puppy because I don't know if the earnings were enough to drive it up when it pushed it to bump its head on ugly. What's ugly? The 8 moving average. Yes, we broke above it, but is that a here kitty kitty? Did we just pop our head above the top of the trees in the forest, the tallest tree in the forest, and go, yeah, the air's pretty cool up here, but nothing left to see, whoosh, and we come down, right? That's what I'm concerned with here. So I will wait on that one. All right? So with that, let's go take a look at some candidates for you guys. So SPY, Paula was in there first with SPY. So on SPY, Paula, we're down 27 cents right now, which puts us at 452.42. So 452.5. So, I mean, Paula, if the day is bearish, you've got a lot of room, clear and concise entry, a lot of room to the downside. Definitely look to trade off of this for pivots. Friday, I couldn't get a lot on pivots. They were a little too tight on the pivots on SPY Friday. So I didn't trade it. I was setting it up, but I just wasn't happy with it. And it worked. ironically, for what I wanted, it worked. Had I just taken the dang trade, which I was looking bullish, right? I looked here and it was a little too tight in there, the first fib level, the first pivot level. I would have got the first one, would have gotten stopped out. Worked out that before the end of the day, we moved up into that next level, but it was just too tight for me on them. So I passed on these guys on Friday. So look at that 453 is resistance, 447 is support. Right. I hope that helps, Paula. Let me know in the comments section below. All right. So SPY next. Matty Bucks is asking for HUT, H-U-T. So let me drop that in first here. HUT, H-U-T. All right. 626. They're up 36 cents right now. You see how short that 55 is? Without looking, it tells me that we're a newer position, right? So it's not like an Apple that's been around for 100 years. So they came out in 2021, June of 2021. So not even a year at this point. So right now, if we look at the overall pattern, I mean, we've just had serious bearishness take place. That gave us a new V top in there. Wrong way, Rob. Come on. So right from that. Yeah. I don't have a good place to draw the fibs. It's just really ugly at this point. There's a lot of stair step going on in here. You know, I could just go from highs to lows and drape out there, but we're looking at 736, 6 1/4, 639. So we're at that resistance there. 736 is where I see my first resistance level. If you're bullish on it, if you're bearish, down to 452. But I needed to break the 8, Matty Bucks, to 574. So break the 574 first before the bearish entry. I hope that helps. Matty Bucks, let me know in the comments. Chris is asking for Twilio. Woo, goodness gracious. And the rain came down. These guys were $400 stock. They're $150 stock now. They are up 19 cents. Don't believe it. And don't believe that it's up. I believe it's up 19 cents. Don't believe it's going up. Right now, it's at 155 even. So we've got resistance above head about 162. But we've got down below the 8 moving average there. I would follow in that stair step that it takes somewhere between, from when we hit resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days there, to go from resistance down to support. I would be and even here, we didn't quite make up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days in here, right? I'd be looking for that 6 to 8 day move to the downside, which would put us probably about 115 or so to that downside. So definitely on the bearishness, the bearish side of it, but I don't have any good place to draw fibs because of that trending type pattern that's in there. So I'd be looking at that one to the downside, Chris. Hope that helps. Let me know. Mike's asking for SoFi. Let's see where they are today. SOFI. They're down 2 cents at $9. Same pattern. Mike, same exact pattern on SoFi. We do have a fib drawn back when we had decent price volume, price action in there, but it's not been that. It's been very chop up and down. It looks like 823 is the next downside target. They're down 2 cents. You got 75 cents to the downside shorting it. There are weekly options on here. You're just not going to get much with only a 75-cent move. But Paul, this one is a true bear because all 3 moving averages are in, I think it was Paul that asked it, are in the correct order. Or was it Derek? Don't remember now. But whomever it was, I apologize for not remembering it. But this is a true bear. We're all in the correct order. Pink is on the bottom, 8. 21, green is above that. 55, brown is above that. True bearish bias. That you could take, a larger trade. It's not as an aggressive of a move. But 8 1/4 is the target. Right? And then NEO. And they had earnings last week, did they not? They had earnings last week. They were down on the earnings last week. We look right now on NEO. They're up 26 cents right now. Again, look at the big picture. Forget about just what the move looks like for right now. Look at the big picture. And the big picture shows an overall bearish pattern. When we really bring it in and look at the moving averages, we were at 1992. We're at 2018 right now. Our 8 moving average is 2034. No. So I would be looking at something bearish if we could break that 1942 level, but bullish wouldn't work for me at all on NEO. All right, so Mike, I hope that helps. Derek, you're welcome. Chris is asking for Micron. Yeah, I don't think Trip made it in this morning. Trip's usually a Micron guy. MU. All right, so here the landscape is going crazy outside. It's that time of year. $79 right now. They're up 80 cents. So this just got above that 78. They're at 79. And right about $80, Chris, is our 21 moving average. A lot of caution in that, Chris. You know, a lot of caution. If you think this is an early opportunity, I'd be doing something like a naked put below 78. But you're a little tight in there. If we could break above the 21, which really means you got to break above the 81.21 level as well. If we can get above there, I would disregard the 55 and look for bullish from there. If you can get the breakout of the 81.25 to the retest and the bounce, there's the entry. If you break the 78.17 to the downside, there's the bearish entry. All right, Chris, I hope it helps. Let me know. Mike is asking for Amazon. Woo! All right, we get a rocker. Let's go, baby. So Amazon, I did the analysis on this this weekend. For today, we've got this down as bullish with the pullback to the 8 aggressive. So if I can get a pullback to the 8 moving average and a bounce off of it, we'll be looking to take a directional trade on Amazon, which might be one of our very last ones for this year. With their pending split coming up. If not, I would definitely be looking at pivots. They're only up $1.73 today, right? And there's a lot of concerns of unionization, different spots around the country. Amazon, Starbucks, there's a lot of concerns of that right now. A lot of support from Biden on unionization. Good, bad, or indifferent doesn't matter. You make your own opinions of it. Mattering to the business, the answer is yes, it does matter to the business. Do we wind up with people that shouldn't be working in a company that get, they don't get caught and they keep working there and they're really not good people and they're paying them great wages? Yeah, it happens. If you don't think it happens, just go look at some teachers with tenure, right? Teachers should be paid more money than any other profession out there for what they do with our kids. But I can tell you firsthand experience, because of having 2 family members in teaching, that many of the teachers out there today just don't care the way they should. And not many, there are some. It's the bad apples that make it look bad, right? So on Amazon, folks, very careful. This was Mike, right? Very careful. I'd like to pull back intraday pivot points, but you don't have a lot of room there. 97. Well, actually, you do. You're up to 330, 33.37. So you've got about 40-point move to the upside there. So you've got a little bit of wiggle room in there, but it would have to come off a pivot because we're not near anything. For me, I've already got my setup in. Pull back. I've got an alert to go off at 32.08. And if it goes off at 32.08, I'll jump in, take a look where it's at, what the moving averages and all look like, and bam, I'll be looking to jump in on that one. Right? Hey, Andres, we did. Mike, I hope that helps. Let me know. Andres, we did NEO. Let's see. You're welcome, Paula. Chris, awesome. You got it, Mike. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Fantastic. So, guys, listen. I mentioned this last week, and I'm going to say it again only because it's coming up and it's going to disappear quickly. 30 days to trading success. Sean, can you drop that in, please? The link in there. You want to be at this training, folks. If you truly want to know what it takes to be successful in the market, come and check it out. Learn exactly what it is that I'm going to share with you, how in 30 days I can change your trajectory. For some of you, your trajectory is kind of flat. And if I do it with a piece of paper, right, or maybe this cardboard, right, for me, it's this angle. I hope it's you that way too. I don't know what way you're seeing it. But your trajectory is kind of flat. The 30 days of trading success will help your trajectory become more of this. It's not going to do this or it goes straight up. And I think you might be looking at it the other way, right? It's not going to be straight up in the air, okay? It is going to dramatically increase the incline of your path to get you to that success that you're looking for. All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, and I will see all of you tomorrow at the next update. Bye for now.